Do you want to slash your business costs and skyrocket your profits by 40%? Well, keep watching because I'm going to spill some beans. Hello friends, my name is Fazan. I am a qualified accountant, auditor turned entrepreneur. I'm the founder of JGI Consulting. We help businesses, small businesses reduce their taxes, save costs, maximize their profits and be more efficient. What if I told you there is a way you can turn things around, save costs and maximize your profits? Well, financial outsourcing is the answer you're looking for. It's not only going to save you a lot of time, but it's also going to make sure that your finances are being handled by a group of experts and they put you back in your driving seat. Like imagine this, as a business owner, you have a lot of stuff to do. You have a million things that you have to juggle through. And it's almost like spinning a dozen plates at once. Financial outsourcing is like hiring a professional plate spinner who's going to spin the trickiest plates for you so you can focus on the most important things without crashing the rest of the scene. So what in the world is financial outsourcing? Well, simply put, it's a radical practice where you let an outside firm handle your business finances and handle your financial processes. It includes the processing of journals, creating a trial balance and financial statements, filing quarterly VAT returns. It includes the analysis of your business pain points, debtor and payables management. And not just that, it includes arranging finances, it includes raising suggestions for the board of directors and business owners so they can implement those strategies which could save them costs and maximize their profits and help the business thrive. And guess what? It's not just meant for the big boys, but a lot of small entities and a lot of small businesses are cashing in too. Let's talk about some stats real quick. Deloitte, who is the biggest accounting firm in the world, they're lucky enough to have me as well. They did an outsourcing survey, and the results of the survey were 70% of the entities cited cost reductions as a major benefit of outsourcing. Companies reported an average cost saving of 20 to 30% by outsourcing their financial services. In Deloitte's global outsourcing survey, respondents were asked, how does your organization perceive the benefits of outsourcing? 65% said outsourcing helps them focus on core business functions. 63% mentioned cost cutting as a key benefit to outsourcing. Grant Thornton did an outsourcing survey as well. It was named Outsourcing Driving Efficiency and Growth. This report draws on 3,300 interviews with business leaders in 45 economies and note that UK and G7 SMEs saw an average cost reduction of 55% when they outsourced their financial functions, highlighting significant changes in costs and efficiencies. So let's talk about the biggest advantage of financial outsourcing, which is boosting operational efficiencies. And what do we actually mean by that? Simply put, it means getting more done by employing less resources, less time, less costs. So who wouldn't want that, right? Top of the list is cost savings. By outsourcing finance functions, businesses can save a lot of overhead costs like salaries, benefits, pensions, as well as office space for finance team. In fact, Everest Group did a research and they revealed that entities could save up to 40% on operational costs, and then they can essentially drive that saving towards other core areas of the business and drive growth. It's like finding out that you can finally get rid of your gym membership because you've now figured out a magical way where you can stay fit by binge watching workout videos. You're saving money and getting the results. Financial outsourcing can give businesses and managements the flexibility to adjust their resources in line with what their business actually needs, and it can definitely be a game changer for maintaining efficiencies. When a small business outsources finance function, it gives its core team the leverage and the ability to what they can do the best, that is growing the business, right? And truly, financial activities can sometimes be really tricky and can be really time consuming and onerous and can get really complex and have this massive ability to distract the management and the owners to sort of get stuck in the number crunching and waste a lot of time. So if any business would let the experts handle the finance function of the business, they're placed in this ideal position to focus on the strategy, planning, customer relationships, driving growth, and all those high impact activities. Next is employee turnover. So employee turnover can be a massive issue, especially in a small business. When employees leave, they can, they take all the knowledge and experience that they've gained over the number of months or years with them. And it can be really troublesome when it's a small business where every individual is wearing multiple hats, right? So just imagine this employee who's responsible for posting journals, for preparing the stats, for performing bank reconciliations, for managing debtors and creditors, and had this sweet relationship with the suppliers, vendors, and customers. Now, when they leave, it creates a vacuum, right? And it leaves the rest of the employees overwhelmed, overworked, and it disrupts the entire workflow because it was this one individual who was responsible for so many things, and now he's gone, he's not there. Now, the thing with the small businesses is the fact that they do not attract quality resource. Why? Because let's say an experienced CFO, right? They would want to work with a bigger brand where they could fulfill their career aspirations and get paid more. Now, the thing with small businesses is they end up hiring either uni graduates or people who don't have accounting background, and therefore they're not able to add any value to the business, let alone to the finance function. All right, next up is reduced training expense. Now, outsourcing firms, they invest heavily in training and development of their team members and of their resources. Now, if you hire outsourcing firms, it means you get access to skill set, all that skill set and all that knowledge base without having to train anybody else. Now, imagine if you hire somebody in-house and you have to train them really well for them to be able to perform at an optimum level. Now, remember, training can be really expensive, especially for small and medium-sized businesses, especially for an area like finance where you have to train the staff to be able to perform bookkeeping, payroll services, receivables papers management, and all that tricky stuff, right? Now, if you outsource your finance function, it means you don't have to worry at all about training your staff and all those headaches, because outsourcing firms have specialist people who deal with all these changing financial landscapes. Then next up is you get access to specialized skills. Now, let us imagine a small and medium-sized business who wants to set up an in-house finance function, right? You have to have an accountant who's gonna deal with the bookkeeping jazz, which includes bookkeeping itself, payables, receivables management, payroll, and all of that. Then you gotta have somebody to deal with tax, to file VAT returns, to perform tax planning so they can reduce your tax to a minimum possible level, right? Then you gotta have a CFO level person who's going to deal with budgeting, who's going to deal with preparing forecasts, and who's an expert in cash flow management, so they can provide that CFO level guidance for you to perform better decisions based on financial strategic planning. Now, imagine a small business making £1 million a year. Let's say a CFO who likes to work for small businesses might end up costing, say, £100,000 a year at a minimum. And then for the tax guy and the accountant, say another 100 grand for them. What does that mean? That means you're spending 200,000 on your finance function out of the 1 million that you're making. I don't think it sounds like a good business decision unless you hire a low quality resource who's not going to cost you as much but might end up hitting your business finances again, which is not the best business decision. So the point that I'm trying to make here is if you outsource your finance function, you're going to get access to all of these specialized skill set, be it bookkeeping, be it tax planning, or be it strategic financial planning. You get access to all of these skill sets at a fraction of a cost. So who wouldn't want to have access to all these specialized skill, avoid having the headache to deal with an in-house finance team, and most importantly, pay a fraction of a price? Well, I guess this brings us towards the end of the video. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and hit that like and subscribe button. If you have any questions, just drop a comment below or send us an email at contactus@jhiconsulting.co.uk. Well, see you next time. Bye.